Hey guys, welcome to another video here with Queen City Reefs and more. So yes, I'm in the car and this should be a short video unless I ramble a lot like I normally do, right? I was watching a video on YouTube right now and one of the comments made on there was, don't chase numbers. I keep hearing this throughout a lot of videos. You know, don't chase numbers, don't chase numbers. Well, what does it mean? Have you asked yourself, what does that mean? What does that mean to you? What does that mean to me? So if you're watching this video, most likely you clicked on it because of the title of the video. And yes, I'm gonna try to explain what that means in my point of view and what I think it should mean to you. This is gonna be one of those videos that I put out randomly every time I have a thought. I want to go ahead and talk about it on camera regardless of where I'm at. You're not going to see those nice tanks in the background or anything like that, and it's going to be recorded here from my phone. So that being said, don't chase numbers. So I think honestly what that means is if you see someone's reef tank on Instagram, on YouTube, in person, or whatever the case is, normally we have a tendency to always ask, well, where do you keep your parameters at? And because you see them have that type of success with those parameters, you go chasing those numbers, right? I think that's exactly what that means, is don't chase other people's numbers. Because if you just say it in general, don't chase numbers, well, there's still a range that you're supposed to follow, right? Everywhere you go, whether it's liveaquaria.com or even BRS has its own chart, saltwateraquarium.com, or any of the reefing stores, whether they're online or a local fish store, they will have a range of what your pH should be. For example, between 7.8 and 8.4, alkalinity between 7.8 and 12 DKH or something like that. And so I think that to some extent you are chasing at least those numbers, the general numbers of where you're at. So if you're first starting a reef tank and you buy some salt and you mix it and you come to find out that you only have 6 DKH, 300 calcium, and your pH is like 7.5, 7.6, which is one parameter that I know a lot of us struggle with, especially if you live in a home with a lot of CO2. I think that at some point or another you are chasing the numbers, not someone's numbers. So keep in mind that I don't think you should be chasing someone's, a reefers in particular, just because you see their tank is doing great. I think you chase the numbers of what the average should be within that range, and then from there, what works for you. At that point, what works for you is what you should try to maintain it at. So if you have a reef tank, I've seen people that have a reef tank that they keep their DKH at 7.8, and then you see other people that keep it at 11, yet both of them are successful. Don't try to chase that 11 number just because you see it on theirs. Keep it at 7.8 if it's working for you, right? Don't chase someone else's number. Initially, you want to start with the range of what's recommended, and then whatever range works for you and your reef tank for the corals that you're keeping or fish or whatever the case may be, then whatever you're comfortable with within that range and that you're able to then maintain, keep it at that. And then after that, you mix salt and then you measure your salt levels of all those parameters to keep them at a consistent to what your tank is at. So whenever you're doing water changes, you don't have those big swings. Unless you're doing like a 5 to 10%, then you have some wiggle room. But those are my thoughts when it comes to chasing numbers. You don't want to chase numbers. You don't want to chase other people's numbers just because you see their post on Instagram and you see that they tell you what the parameters are at, and you're with your reef tank is doing fine, and now you're wanting to sit here and match theirs just because theirs looks colorful and bright. And keep in mind that there's also Photoshop. So anyways, guys, those are just my thoughts. Take it with a grain of salt. I kept hearing, about chasing numbers, but never specifying what numbers are you referring to. And so I was thinking, you know what, let me put a video out there a little bit of information for those that are starting or those that are wondering the same thing I'm wondering. And I figured while I had my thoughts together, why not put a video out there? All right, guys, if you like this type of video, random video, let me know. I'd be more than happy every time I have a random thought to put something together, share it with y'all. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed already, please make sure to subscribe and leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought. All right, catch you in the next one.